queens, it's me again, the lovable Mr. Alcaro. The lovable Mr. Alcaro. I hope you enjoyed my last video, and at that time, as I pointed out, you probably missed seeing me, but by now, I can imagine you're already tired of my face. Well, you're in luck. You're in luck. You're in luck, because it's not just me today. I brought some of my friends with me. It's the Division Family! Division Family! The Division Family! Aren't they a good-looking bunch? I'm sure you recognize them from the anchor chart in our classroom that you all spend so much time in. Well, today we're going to be using the division family and the steps that each of them represents to help us find the quotients or answers to long division problems. Kings and queens, please feel free to pause or rewind the video as needed. Also, you might want to grab a pencil and a piece of paper so that you can take notes. Let's get started. At this time, my friends, the Division family, would like to introduce themselves to you and explain to you what each of their jobs are.
I'm the dad. My job is to divide.
I'm the mom. My job is to multiply. I'm the sister. My job is to subtract. I'm the brother. My job is to bring down.
I'm Rover. My job is to repeat.
This is a mnemonic device designed to help you remember the steps for performing long division. The first letter in the name of each of the division family members corresponds to the first letter in the word that describes the step they perform. The D in dad corresponds to the D in divide. The M in mother or mom corresponds to the M in multiply. The S in sister corresponds to the S in subtract. The B in brother corresponds to the B in bring numbers down. And the R in rover corresponds to the R in repeat. So, if you're able to remember the names of the division family members in this order, then you'll also be reminded of what steps to perform. Alright, kings and queens, at this time I'm going to model for you how to use the division family to solve a long division problem. Please be paying close attention. Here we have the problem 264 divided by 6. I know that because dad comes first in the division family, that my first step is to divide, because the D in dad stands for divide. Can I put 6 into 2? No. So now I've got to ask myself, how many times can I put 6 into 26? Since I'm not sure how many times 6 goes into 26, I can just go through my 6 times table. I know that 6 times 1 is 6, 6 times 2 is 12, 6 times 3 is 18, 6 times 4 is 24. 24 is pretty close to 26. I know I don't want to go over 26, but let me just check the next one to make sure. 6 times 5 is 30. I went over. 30 is more than 26, so let me go back. 6 times 4 is 24. So 6 goes into 26 4 times. Notice I wrote my 4 right above this 6. I know that the next member of the division family is the mom or the mother. And the M in mom or mother stands for multiply. So my next step is to multiply. 6 times 4 is 24. Notice I wrote the 24 directly below the 26. The next member of the division family is the sister. That lets me know that the next thing I need to do is subtract, because the S in sister stands for subtract. 26 take away 24 equals 2. The next member of the division family is the brother. That lets me know that the next thing I have to do is bring down, because the B in brother stands for bring down. So I brought down my 4. Now at the bottom I have the number 24. And the next member of the division family is Rover. That lets me know that the next thing I have to do is repeat, because the R in Rover stands for repeat. So I go back to the first step, which is divide. So I do 24 divided by 6. 24 divided by 6 equals 4. Since we're repeating our steps, we've already divided. The next step is to multiply. So I do 6 times 4. I multiply 6 times 4, which equals 24. The next step is to subtract. 24 take away 24 equals 0. And my next step would be to bring down, but I have nothing to bring down. So the answer to the problem 264 divided by 6 is 44. Feel free to refer to this helpful multiplication chart as you proceed to practice independently. Pause this screen so that you can write down the problems. Like I mentioned earlier, feel free to rewind this video as needed. And also, don't be afraid to ask your new friends, the division family, for help.